what's going on, cousins and kinfolks, and welcome to another edition of Porch PursePectives. I go by the name of Eddie Cool, and you're listening to us right here on WDRB Media, the voice of the community. I got it right this time.
So happy. I'm proud of you.
I got it right this time. You know, I got 1,000 things going on, and I be trying to remember a lot, but I got to make sure I give the wonderful folks at WDRB Media a shout out. So you can also listen to us on Spotify, and also listen to us on the TuneIn app, Streamer, and Radio Seed as well too. And of course, I cannot do this by myself. I have the one and only Miss Nikki Red with me.
Well,
Yep, Nikki Red with me. Also, we have a guest
yes.
today. That's right. We also have a guest as well too. Joining us right now is the owner of Let's Go to Work Entertainment. He's a videographer, a photographer. He's a digital content creator. In other words, the guy can do a lot. Let's give it up for the one and only Mr. Eddie Bell. Eddie Bell, thanks for joining us. How you doing today, sir?
I'm good, sir. How about yourself?
Oh,
I'm
man,
trying to give him some crowd.
the crowd. No,
Huh?
just don't start screaming to the
I'm
mic.
giving him the crowd feedback. You know, the crowd is going crazy.
Nah. You can keep the crowd. Give me the check.
Hey, there you go. I understand it. I understand that. Thank you for joining us on the virtual porch today, Eddie Bell. We've been trying to get this interview, get you to join us for quite some time, and we are beyond
Yes, indeed.
beyond happy to have you. So I mentioned a few things out of the gate, who you are and what you do. Can you elaborate a little bit more on what you do?
Basically, yeah, just creating content, you know what I'm saying? Creating, some real life stuff, some funny stuff. Just trying to entertain the peoples, you know what I'm saying? I network with a lot of different companies, different brands that help trying to get their brands out there and network with different ones. So yeah, definitely pushing different brands and also myself, creating content. This year I told myself I want to do a little bit more storytelling.
Okay.
Because everybody doing jokes with content. So I want to kind of do a little bit more storytelling than just actually telling a joke.
Understood.
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No,
Pretty
go ahead.
cool. I'm just jumping in real quick. So with your content creating and everything, telling a story, because that's the one thing that I really kind of capitalize on, being on the porch. We enjoy, I feel like laughter is definitely, a great medicine for people, but it's the stories that I'm looking for. It's the stories that I be like, that's what catches people. That's what grabs their attention. So when you say the stories, not so much as just, the comedy side, but the actual stories behind it, I'm here with you. And what's the name of your content? What do we have to look forward to?
We putting out right now is called a visit to jail. So you know how your typical person get pulled over, get locked up. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to make it a little serious and a little comedy mixed together. The girlfriend has always got to be the girlfriend. Come save the brother.
What we do.
Try to get them. But yeah. Just a little laughter and a little seriousness. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping. And I hope I edited it correctly.
Well, I can honestly tell you for me, everything is always going to be trial and error. What you don't know initially, it's just a matter of, learn from it. And I'm pretty sure you could relate to that. I know this is not your first rodeo as far as professionalism, but just I guess
So it's a
going
process.
into a new
because
thing.
I'm gonna take my time on really editing it. So like right now I'm actually getting B-rolls and stuff for it because I don't want to just just hopping in. I kind of want the story to tell itself.
Right.
But I need, how you just feel like you just missing some footage.
Yeah.
So I gotta go and create some footage so I can throw in between certain lines and certain situations. Because I don't really want that dead space like that.
Yeah,
But I don't want it to come too quick either.
right. Timing is
So
everything.
yeah,
I've learned that.
yeah.
Okay.
You
All
know what I'm
right. So,
saying?
skit maker. One thing, I've never
Well,
done with.
I mean,
Oh, go ahead.
videos and stuff like that. Huh?
I've seen a few. I've seen a few of
So
your
like this
videos.
would be like my first one.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm normally doing like promo videos.
And by the way, I'm just
So
gonna go
the
ahead and
skit
say
is
this.
all
So
new to me.
your promo videos are amazing. I'm like, the quality is great. The time, everything about it is just beautiful, wonderful, and amazing. Like, I've literally watched promo videos, and don't judge me for what I'm about to say, but I literally watch. You can do a video and do a promo video of just waking up, and it's gonna be amazing. I don't know what you do with your video and how you get the quality as great as you get it, but what I tell you, that man right there, we know how to work with a camera now. I will give him that. He knows how
Oh,
to work
thank
with a
you.
camera. Yes. I watch the videos and I'm like, where is he
So,
at?
but yeah, like this skit stuff. But the skit stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's new to me. So, I told myself in 2025 I want to try something different and something new. You know what I'm saying? Kind of just challenging myself in certain, aspects.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just
That's the
really
only way you
just
learn.
challenging myself on certain things.
Okay.
Right. So taking this foray
So,
into, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
so when y'all, yeah, so if y'all see this first skit video, and it look like tubing, and don't judge me. I'm working on it.
It's okay. Hey, Tubi, hey, people on Tubi had to start somewhere too. Hey,
Yeah.
and hell, if you mentioning Tubi now, that means hey, somebody talking about it. It's all good though.
Hey,
I was like I
Tubi
said,
lit
I
right
got
now
faith.
though.
Yeah, they are. Because everybody's like, oh, it looked like a Tubi movie. Well, if you didn't watch Tubi, you wouldn't know what a Tubi movie looked like. So therefore, it's all right.
Yeah,
But no, I think you're gonna be just fine with your skits. Because like I said, the quality that you have behind anything that I've ever seen, any of your product, your branding, videos, promos, everything that I've ever seen you do has been great. Like I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little low key jealous because I'm like, here I am with my light, a camera, and I'm just like, hey, here we're here. But it's really good. I love
it's
it.
all
I do
good. It's
love it.
all about angle.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I get that. I'm a work in progress, but I don't think you're gonna have anything to worry
Oh
about with
yeah,
that. I
you
don't
got to
think so.
start somewhere.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. So, are you gonna
It ain't
venture
gonna
into
happen
possibly
overnight.
movies or something one day?
Whatever God lead me to.
I ain't
These
mad at it.
skits is a start.
Well, if you ever need any, stand-ins, let we I don't know, Eddie Cool. You with it?
Never know. Sky is the limit.
I'll just be the big bodyguard in the background, just me mugging and removing the velvet rope and all that fun stuff. But something I want to ask you, Eddie, as a fellow videographer myself, what made you decide on this route? What made you decide to get into videography?
The crazy part, I think I was probably about, let me see, it's been about like 10 years ago. I had told my wife one day, I was like, man, I just want to get me a camera, right? And about her being in the entertainment world, I had to ask her about a camera.
Hmm.
So next thing I know, she done bought this camera. I still got the camera to the day. I still use that camera to the day
I know that's right.
that my wife bought me. And ever since then, bro, I just went to work with it. I mean, studied the camera. I'm big on studying my homework. Like I had to study the camera, you know what I'm saying, the ISOs, you know what I'm saying, all the different things. like with the program Adobe. I know a lot of people like to, flip flop to different programs and stuff like that, but I stick with Adobe because that's what I know. So that's what I affect. So, tapping into that one system and that one service, even though you got other services out there, it's a few of them I probably try to tap into, just for certain things though, because it's a certain look and a certain move, certain things that Adobe might not do, and that program might not do what Adobe do.
Right.
But picking up the camera though, started in Vegas.
Okay.
And I haven't put it back. I haven't put it down since probably 2020. Since my wife started going through her episode, so I put a pause on it,
Right.
as I could say.
Yeah, that's understandable.
And so I'm just now back picking up my camera, and crazy part, me and one of my daughters, we went and got something to eat. Like it was, what was that, last week, just work in mysterious ways. And I feel like this homeless guy, like, I don't know, like, how somebody just feel like they're just sitting by God, just need to deliver you a message.
Right.
You might not know who it is.
Yeah.
And where it's gonna come from. And so it was just me and my daughter. So he started the conversation off. My daughter, always listen to your father. Then he went into a story about him and his father, where he's picked up a trade that nobody can take from you. So whatever that trade is, go ahead and learn it. I'm like, oh, I mean, picking up a camera is really not a trade, but it is, but
yeah, it's definitely a trade or trade slash
you
skill.
Yeah, I mean, you can make good money. You can make damn good money being a videographer and a photographer.
Oh yeah, there's
If you put
money
yourself
out
in the
there.
right circle.
There you go. And that's all it boils down to. Like you said, the key word, the right circles, not just out here going, shooting some TikToks for your homeboy in the backyard.
Yeah.
I mean, even
Now,
though, don't get me wrong, I ain't knocking it.
I do not
Some
do.
of those be making
Now,
money.
I really do not do really weddings, because weddings is a different monster.
Oof.
And I feel like I don't
Eddie
have the
Cool
right
said, yeah.
equipment.
Okay.
Huh?
So Eddie Cool said, yes, he is definitely in agreement with that.
Because well, I've seen. First of all, I've been to several weddings, and it's, when I say it's a day, it's an entire day. It's an entire day between getting the bride and the groom ready, making sure people there, wedding rehearsals, the wedding dinner. It's just. I remember the guy that did a video for my niece's wedding, and I saw how much it was. I was just kind of just looking, observing background, just looking. I'm like, yeah, he got a lot of film to go through. And the thing about, and Eddie, I'm pretty sure you can agree, being a videographer, it ain't for everybody. You have to have patience and a unique skill set to want to do it.
Yeah, and you gotta be, you gotta be into it. If you're not into it, you might as well stop.
Yeah, I definitely understand that.
Especially when you grab certain jobs, because certain jobs, it might not fit you. You got to be careful on the jobs you pick. You know what I'm saying? Because being in the videography world, I mean, like merchandise, I can do those all day long. I can do a promo video all day long, every day, all day. But when it comes to weddings and sports, different things like that, even race car. Like if you ain't got a certain camera to keep up with certain speed, you're just gonna get a blur.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. And this
into
that
your photos.
you guys are talking foreign language to me because I don't know anything about a camera and anything about photography.
Oh, you'll learn.
So
You'll
when it
learn.
looks good, it looks good.
And just like what I have realized about even trying to do a wedding, what I have learned to try to put people in one spot, find one location. That's where we meeting. If you ain't there, you might not make the photo.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So you know what? While we're talking about
Yeah, because
photos,
people
being in the right places, I'm gonna go ahead and I gotta shout you out on this one real quick. You are debonair. I see you got the shades on and whatnot. You wanna elaborate on that too? Because I'm just saying, I'm trying to be patient with it, but I see what you're working with over there, sir, and I kind of like it. I'm just waiting for mine. That's all.
What?
Your shades, sunglasses, the merch. What we got going on with that?
Oh, we got some new stuff coming in soon. I'm just waiting on certain things to fall through. You know what I'm saying? So, it takes funds to make funds. So,
I get that too.
Yes,
sir. So, your merch.
So,
What you want to go ahead and shout your brand and shout your people out and whatnot with that? Go ahead and shout that out for the people that's listening.
On time somewhere, man. Because on time somewhere, we basically specialize in more like sunglasses. I don't know if y'all want to hear that backstory of the sunglasses.
Yes.
I just feel like, I used to tell my wife, I'm like, man, because one day I was just sitting here, I'm like, I can make more money selling sunglasses than I am working a regular job. Because if I sell, 10 pairs a day, that's about $200-$300.
Okay.
Now, the question would be, how can I get the price lower than what I'm paying for? Because US,
right.
You know what I'm saying? They is up 3% on wholesale. So I've been like, shit. Let me try China. So I actually found this one company in China that I'm working with that's gonna help me get quality sunglasses and different brands and stuff like that too. Well, I ain't even caught up in the brands because we don't care about brands too much like that. I mean, some do, some don't. Some want just making sure they look nice.
There it is. I mean, I get that. Like, I ain't gonna lie, being out here in the Carolinas, sunny in the summertime. So I'm gonna definitely need to cut me a couple pair. I need them. I need them in my life.
Definitely.
I do. You got anything else, my dear?
Anything else I want to add?
That's it.
No, that's
Before
all I
we
got
get
on my
into our
end.
potatoes.
Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got on my end.
Before we get into what?
The meat and potatoes.
That's it.
That's what we call it.
Oh Lord.
All right. So, for this particular episode, I like I said, I kind of handpicked this particular guest because, of course, with it being February, it is also not just Black history, and we're supporting Black businesses, we're supporting, Black game changers, we're supporting our people, but it's also the month of love.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we've all been in a position to be in love at one point in time. And I said, you know what? No better than a gentleman that I've seen show that love. And I don't mean just me and my woman love, but Eddie Bell, we are friends on social media. I have met you. I've had the opportunity. I think I met you. But I know I definitely, yes, I have met you guys in Vegas. And following you on social media, I see the love that is in you as a Black man, and I admire it. But I want to get into that a little bit. So, the love as far as, you spoke about your wife and, your daughter. So that let us, obviously, a husband and a father. let's talk about love. Like I said, right now we got, we got perspectives. We got perspectives today. If you don't mind, if we can talk about it, what are your thoughts on love? Like just, being with somebody, finding that perfect person, your person. Like, what are your thoughts on that? What is your feelings towards that?
One, it's the spirit and the vibe. Because everybody's different. Everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's the same.
Right.
Love is I mean, it's not so much love because love can't get our asses on a bus. But I mean, you gotta find that person you can work with and understand you, and you gotta understand them. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's all about understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, love can't get your ass on the bus.
Yeah, it can. Like I said, I also
what you got love can get you on the bus.
Man, I know. Oh, trust me, I know where love can get you a lot of places. Love get you a lot of places. Some good, some not so good.
On the bus. Hold on. Shit. But y'all gonna want that $1.50 to get your ass on the bus. If you ain't got it, move your ass walking.
Yeah.
There you go.
I ain't getting no love. I'll tell you that right now.
You in like?
Yeah, I'm in like. I'm in like. Don't need nobody to tell me I love you. It's only been a month, honey. Like, come on now.
Again, Lady Bell, I really, really appreciate you. I'm gonna go ahead and also add the links and descriptions and all that stuff to this video when we go ahead and drop this one on the 17th.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. You have a good one.
Thanks for your time, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.
All right, man. Forth, and that's why I live my time on social media. I swear, that's why I live my time on social media, because social media has given the people a false sense of your opinion matters when it don't.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, when it don't. Because you put
that, or people just go ahead.
Yeah, and you go back and forth. I'm like, if it's somebody I know, we have a conversation, I get it. But if it's somebody I don't know, I'm like, I don't know you from a hole in the wall. I don't know who you are. I don't feel the need. Oh, Ed, you're running. Also, hey, you're running from confrontation. I don't know these folks.
See, I think and I could be wrong, but I think when it comes to social media, I definitely do play it safe because I don't get involved. I pick and choose my battles very wisely.
There it is.
I don't.
There it is.
Everything that you see and everything that people do is not meant to be spoken on. My thing is this: if you post something that I don't like, scroll. That's what I do. Don't get involved. I don't argue with nobody on social media. I don't. Because one, let's just be honest. I'll be 100% transparent with this. I know me. I'm not going to argue with you on social media. For what? For absolutely what? Because what? What does it do for me? Nothing.
I like to debate. They're wrong. I got to prove my point.
We can debate all day, but there's a difference, and that's where I tell people there is a difference between debating and arguing.
Yeah.
That's a big difference. I'm not going I ain't arguing with nobody about nothing. Like I said, we ain't chasing nobody. I ain't arguing with nobody.
No.
I ain't doing it.
No.
I'm not wasting my time. I'm not wasting my breath. I'm not wasting my energy, because at the end of the day, this is the thing. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But at the end of the day, just like you're entitled to that opinion, you also, the responsibility that comes with that opinion is you understanding that your opinion might not always matter.
And you got to be ready to. You got to stand on business.
That's it.
When it comes to your opinion, you got to stand on business, because I tell people, I said, when you post things on social media, understand that you put it out there for public consumption and everything that comes with it. So just get ready.
And that's why I don't.
Whether it's wrong or right or wrong, just get ready, because somebody's like, you know what? I challenge your this. I challenge your that. And if And if that's not what you want to do in defending your stance, I have a lot of things I want to say. With me being smart and educated, I know what to say and I know what not to say. And also on top of that, I have a trusted counsel. I have several group chats where we can agree to disagree. For example, I know I'm not going to touch on too much, just like this whole political climate right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things that you come in question with, but if you have somebody
I just ran out of coffee.
oh boy, and if you have somebody of a particular set of beliefs, it's like this. I'm not here to change your mind.
No.
I'm not here to change your mind. I'm not here to, to make you. No one wants to be made to do something that they don't want to do. So therefore, I ain't gonna do it.
Oh.
It's like this. How I feel is how I feel. How you feel is how you feel. If we can coexist in the same space, it's a win for both of us.
There it is. And that's the same thing, I'll be honest with you. Like, even like you said, when it comes to the political aspect of things, this is the way I look at it.
Mm.
Don't get involved.
Yeah.
I don't.
Especially if you don't know.
Get real. This has been, and like I said, going from the 90s, the early 2000s to now, people are overly sensitive about nothing.
Yeah, we never at one point
nothing.
At one point in time, we as a society we never used to be like this.
No, and I just don't understand why. If somebody says something, oh, you hurt my feelings. So what? Get over it. If me speaking my thoughts, my opinions, or me going against what you feel, think, and believe is going to hurt your feelings, and sweetheart, no, I'm not. Ain't chasing nobody in 2025. Ain't arguing with nobody in 2025. And I'm not battling nobody's feelings in 2025.
Like I said, like I tell people, if you put it out there, be ready to 10 toes down and stand on it.
It's one thing, and that's why people get things misconstrued. It's one thing, and don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'm not coddling nobody's feelings. You hurt my feelings. Me expressing my thoughts and my opinions hurt your feelings, but you can express your thoughts and opinions, and it's okay.
And the thing about it is like that's not your, when you know the person and you know their intentions. It's like, he mean it like that. She didn't mean it like that. Like if I like I've known you for over 20 years, Nikki Red. And if you say something, I'm not over here like, well, what you mean by that? That's because I know you and we've had conversations about this, and that's why I'm not caught off guard like, oh Lord. Oh, I'm like, okay. Oh, okay.
Too much.
Yeah, okay.
And that's where that dialogue comes into play at. And then it's like, okay, aside from that, don't get me wrong. You can be abrasive and hurt somebody's feelings. I get that.
Yeah, you can. You really
I get that. And that's where, okay, I don't mean to come off abrasive, but there's certain things I'm very passionate about. So yeah, it's going to come off abrasive. It's going to come off harsh. It's going to come off like, oh my God. But if you know me, to know me is to know me. Like you said, you know me for over 20 years. So if I come off abrasive, that's just me being passionate. It's not, oh, I don't like this and I don't like you and I'm being mean because, no, it's not that. It's just me being passionate in that moment. But trust and believe when it's all said and done, when that moment passes, if it was something that was said that made somebody feel a little ways or whatever, then we have that conversation. That dialogue is open. And I'm adult enough to accept the conversation. I'm adult enough to listen to the conversation. If I do something to offend someone and it's a legitimate offense, I'm adult enough to listen to what you got to say. But if you come to me telling me I offended you, but it's not legitimate, get out my face. Yeah. Now I'm really about to offend you.
Especially if you can't tell me why. I don't have to explain nothing to you. I mean, well, I thought that was what adult conversation was all about, to figure out what we have to figure out, okay, what is it that I said that offended you?
You might be you might be right. You don't have to explain nothing to me.
Yeah, you're right. To the point to where you brought it up and I'm asking you why, to try to at least learn. Okay, well, I said it this way. Okay, and now it's like this. Okay, yes, I said it this way. It may have came off as that way. That's not my intention. And if I offended you, I'm sorry.
I ain't sorry for nothing.
But I'm saying I'm sorry because if it's just look, I have no problem
Look,
admitting. I have no problem. I'm a firm believer. Right is right and wrong is wrong.
I am too.
And,
But
and
here's
I'm
what I
and-
say. I'm not sorry for nothing. Because first, this is what I think. But this is just my thoughts on it. Because I get fussed out about this all the time. You don't never apologize for anything. You're never tell you sorry. I said because I'm not sorry.
yeah,
Refuse
I
to be
mean,
sorry. I'm not sorry.
I
So
mean,
now I will apologize.
yeah,
But an apology only comes when it's something that, let's just say this. If I get up from the table and I don't realize that I don't have a complete grasp on whatever I'm picking up the take from the table with me, and there's a spill that happens. My intention was not to spill everything all over the place. My intention was to get up and take my stuff and go about my business.
yep,
But since this happened in the meantime of me getting up, then yeah, that's an apology. An apology is something that you do not, it's something that's not intended.
mm-hmm,
It's an adverse reaction or adverse intention.
mm-hmm,
So if I'm doing one thing and something else happens and it was an accident, that's something I would apologize for,
right, mm-hmm,
you know. But I'm not gonna apologize to make you feel better.
no, and on
I'm
top
not
of that,
gonna apologize for being who I am. That's
right,
not gonna happen.
and on top of that, like if I feel about something, I'm not going to be apologetic about how I feel because this is how I feel. And I can't be like, oh, I'm sorry if I feel like this. No, like if, for
Now
example,
I'll apologize for, if I come off a certain way and you and it's kind of that's a 50-50. That's
mhm,
50-50. If you take
yep,
it a certain way, I'm not apologizing for how you interpreted what I'm saying. I'm not
yeah,
apologizing for that. So that's your interpretation. My delivery or my intention with my message was not that, but that's what you took and dissected what I said and what I did and made it to fit your narrative. I'm not
mm,
apologizing for that because what I said was what I said.
well, like I'm saying, it just comes back to being adults
Yes.
and pulling somebody to the side and hey, I saw this, but is that really what you meant? Yep. Okay, cool. Sometimes some like I don't want to say over explain it, but sometimes kind of okay. Let me for clarification purposes. Prime example, just like
There
this
you go.
gentleman, just like this gentleman told me at work, I was rude because I questioned him about leaving my tip money on the table. Um, I don't have it with me right now. Yes, I do.
Uh-oh.
This this is a check presenter, right?
Hmm.
Normally, I'm gonna need you to make a clip out of this one. This is a check presenter. Normally, when you open up a check presenter, you can put in the credit card slip,
Hmm.
the receipt, the credit card, the pen, hand it to the table. Here you go. Glad you enjoyed everything. Have yourself a nice day.
Right.
Normal people, and I say normal, and it's not an insult, but a good 85% of the people that I encountered during my time
Hmm.
in the service industry, they put back the signed copy because you have to have that for record keeping company
Right. It's
purposes.
one that says you've got the merchant copy and customer
A
copy.
customer copy, yes. And then they put, if they leave a little tip, they write tip out. And if they leave a little cash, they put it in there. The dude had the nerve, and see, here's the fun thing about it. It was I was going to a friend's graduation that Sunday, and something was going on with my head as to where my ears were like I don't know if it was congestion. I had real bad congestion like a week before Christmas.
Probably your
And
sinuses and had your equilibrium thrown off.
yeah, like one of my ears was like real clogged up and real hard to hear. One of my ears was
Sinuses.
yes, was making up the most for both ears. And so I'm just over here looking at this whole situation like, so the dude came up and he was like, because I always, if I see money in a book or on my table, I'm going to ask for clarification purposes.
Right.
Why? Because I don't want any misunderstanding after the fact. You calling a job, I got to go back in the office, got to have a conversation. got to sign some paperwork, which I've had. There's sometimes I shouldn't have signed paperwork, but that's neither here nor there because we're talking about 2025, not last year, and not the year
Gotcha.
before, and not the year before when your boy failed. He had a target on his back. But anyways,
Yeah.
so the dude came up to me and said, "Hey man, the next time when somebody leaves some money on the table, well, wait till they leave, man. That was kind of rude that you asked me." And I kind of looked at him like, "You're in front of your wife and your two kids. I'm asking out of clarification." And by that time, if you're my last table of the night, my my goal is to give you the best service, be efficient, give you everything you need, get you out of here. So in turn, I can take my money and I can go home and I can get the hell up out of here.
Right.
But for the gentleman to call me rude, first of all, he was talking in the ear where I couldn't hear him. And I just kind of looked at him and I was like, and I literally like I didn't feel the need to respond to him. Like for him to take the time to call me rude, instead of just like stepping outside of himself and be like, you know what? He did give me, this might be a check presenter. He did give me the check presenter. He did do that. I understand where he came from. No, but you was in your feelings so much as I felt that was rude and I felt disrespected. Sir, that is a you thing.
Yeah. And you can't project how you feel on somebody else.
Yeah,
And
that
see,
is it.
that's another thing. When I go out to eat, there's a 50-50 chance, it's typically I like to carry cash for the tip purposes.
Mm-hmm.
And what I do when I pay my bill with a card usually,
Mm-hmm.
and I will let my server know, especially if I get up from, if my server doesn't come back before we leave,
Mm-hmm.
I will find my server and let them know, hey, I left a tip on the table for you. Thank you very much. We had a wonderful evening, and that's the end of it. If the t- if the server comes back before I leave, then I just let them know, hey, look, I'm leaving. I'm paying the tip in cash. So I kind of one of those things where I try to nip it in the bud, so she ain't got to worry about it. They ain't got to question it. Let me go ahead and nip it in
Exactly.
the bud.
For like I
Um,
said, for clarification and understanding purposes, because before you carry on, sometimes some people they'll use a combination of cash, gift
and
card
card.
or cards, or a credit
Mhm.
card. So once I open up the book, I'm like, all right, what do we what let me know what's going on so that way I can avoid bugging my managers. I can get you in and out as quick as possible when we busy, I'm trying to get you in and out. Thank you, appreciate you for playing and staying, but you got to go. You got to go. I got to flip this table. So the fact of the matter is just hey, just for clarification purposes. But go ahead, Miss Nikki Red. I didn't mean to cut in and interrupt
No,
you.
you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. No, that's just one of those things, like you said, clarification purposes. I I'm really big on communication, and I
Mm-hmm.
think that I just really am. Like I can't. And don't get me wrong, fall short from time to time. I do fall short. I am human, but
Mm-hmm.
for the most part, I definitely am really big on communication. Like, and that's everything. That's when I go out, when I'm dealing with other people. Um, if I feel a way behind, lack of communication, and I'm telling you, hey, this is what I'm feeling. You don't have to be this way because that's what it's making me feel like. Oh, I'm not doing that, or it's not that. You look, it is what it is, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but you left room for speculation. You left room for me to wonder, and especially when it comes to people that know me. If
Mm-hmm.
you know how I am, you know that I overthink everything.
Mm-hmm.
So why
Especially
make me think?
especially when you made it known. There's no secret.
None. Like you know what's funny? So the other day, like, yeah, you're really easy to read because you're easy to read. I was like, oh, that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like, it's not really a bad thing, but you're just really like, you don't have to wonder with me. And that's why I'm like, I typically don't think anybody would really have to. Like, it gets weird. Don't get me wrong. I can be complicated. I can be a handful or two, but
Mm-hmm.
overall, I'm very easy to read.
Yeah, transparency, clarification purposes. Hey, if I just like the dude called me rude, and I'm like, dude, okay. I just kind of looked at him like, do you not pay? Do you not? Are you not aware of what normal people do at a restaurant when it comes to, I understand back in the days, if all you ate at is little mom and pop diners all your life and they leave money on the table, I get it. But sir, this is a corporate chain restaurant. And sometimes some habits they don't go away and some habits they keep with them. So it's just the fact, like, sir, just pay attention. I gave you a checkbook for a reason.
That's where you put your money in.
You gave me, I think his wife might have given him the credit card. But anyways, there was a credit card. Credit card is sensitive information. If we mishandle this information, we get written up. So guess what? If you want to slide that little $30 in there, you can slide it in there. Sir, you also have to be mindful that that time of the year is Christmas.
Yeah.
And people do some strange things in order to get a little change, including stealing
I was
from you.
about to say that. Hey, we do something strange for some change, man. It's Christmas time. The kids need them presents.
So I mean, because I didn't know, I don't know this table, and I'm not passing judgment, but this is being aware. I don't know if that table is across from there is just on a $50 gift card that somebody gave them. They see that money. Oh, baby, let's go ahead and get that steak because now we got $35 sitting on this table. People are dirty.
Like
people are grimy. People are shysty. You gotta be mindful. You have to be mindful.
Yeah, and it also, like you said, it kind of boils down to being self-awareness.
Yes.
And when you're self-aware, you're aware not just of self, but of surroundings, what's going on around yourself. I've been in situations, God, I've been in so many weird situations where I had to be self-aware. And don't get me wrong, like I said, I've dealt with the disgruntled little old lady finger wagging me because I offered to help her. Oh no, if you're not gonna do this, then no, you can't help me. But I'm like, okay. It's just, one thing that I see a lot of, and it's like, people make a lot of jokes about it, but from the retail aspect of it, it is so frustrating when you got all these people saying, oh, well, I don't work here. I shouldn't have to bring up my own groceries. And if I go to self checkout, then I'm bringing it up the way I should. And if I so happen to not bring something up, then it is what it is because y'all not paying me. But you also understand.
Home. Stay home.
It's called self
checkout.
If you don't want to do it yourself, then go to a line.
I got one better for you. Instacart.
DoorDash. It's 2025, bro. They got ways to go. They got ways to get around this. But see, people do that, and then it's like I said, I've seen parodies where people are talking about, oh, I'm not ringing up this. I'm not doing this. I don't work here. You trying to make me? No, it's a choice. It's a choice. And like I said, from that aspect of it, because like I said, it's no secret. I work retail, God knows how long in my life, and I've dealt with self-checkout issues. I've dealt with disgruntled customers. I've dealt with all of that, and it's just like, why do y'all come out in public and leave half of your brain at the house, and then you want us to deal with that? I remember the first issue that I had. I was working at Wally World, and at the time, my daughter and my son were like 3 and 1. So I have little kids. This girl comes in there, and I mean, she's going off. She's talking about, oh, you must not have no kids because you don't know what you're talking about. I said, no, sweetheart. You must not have no kids because let's be honest with you. Ain't no way if you got kids, you're willing to spend that much money on some Jack Brown baby lotion. Let's just be real. You're not that caliber of person to spend $15 on one bottle of baby lotion. You're not that caliber.
In the world.
I just was like, and it's like y'all do that and y'all project. You project a lot on the other people, and then sometimes you just, as a person, I've literally had to just hold and fold, especially when it came to a lot of my older customers, the older crowd that. All right. They just agitated for no reason. You came out your house, came to the store, decided to go to self-checkout. Now you're mad because I won't do it for you at self-checkout. It's self-checkout. I can help you, but you want me to sit here and do it for you. Just insane.
Yeah.
So then it's like one of those situations where after it's all said and done, I have a way of working with people where
Mm-hmm.
it comes to those disgruntled customers, I'm gonna make you feel bad. I'm gonna make you feel like you're gonna feel terrible because you just literally you came out here in public showing you're behind
Mm-hmm.
and you didn't get the result that you expected to get out of me. So now you feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I shouldn't have said that to you. You didn't deserve that. And I've had these older audience of customers. I've had these old women come back to me, I mean, tears in their eyes, crying to me, telling me how bad they felt because you didn't deserve that. I'm just dealing with a lot. My husband's got this going on, or my husband's got, they got Alzheimer's, and I'm just dealing with a lot. We had a fall today. It's different
Mm-hmm.
things that it's called life, and I get it.
Yeah.
But the other flip side of that is you don't have to be nasty. You don't have to be mean. You don't
Mm-hmm.
have to be rude. You don't have to
Mm-mm.
do that to somebody, especially in the service sector. You don't have to do that. We're here to provide a service for you.
You left your house. You come to me for a service. You want me to wait on
Yeah.
you, and like
Even like
I'm
Instacart
trying.
and DoorDash, even like, why would you be rude to like when I listen? I'll be honest with you. I have a thing. Me and Sheets got a thing going on. And I will DoorDash Sheets all day long if I could.
Shout out to them. I know they're not a
Uh,
paid sponsor, but ooh, shout out to them. But Sheets, if you're listening, if you're
yes,
listening,
Sheets. We need to get with them anyway. But
yeah.
yeah, I will DoorDash Sheets 24/7 if I could. And when the drivers come to the house, I always am super, super, super nice to them because
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you had to deal with in the day. I don't know if you had, I mean, you could have just dealt with somebody that was real belligerent and rude and talking the most trash and doing like, you never know what somebody's got going on. The only
Mm-hmm.
thing that I'll get irritated with them about, like my drivers, is when they park across the street and I'm literally standing outside telling them to pull in the driveway. Oh no, I'm good. No, I didn't ask you if you were good. I asked you to specifically pull in the driveway because you're parked in front of somebody else's house. Get from in front of that man's house. Because if he come out talking trash to you, I'm trying to save you a headache.
Yeah.
Pull in the
I'm
driveway.
gonna be looking at you. You don't listen, do you? Yeah.
No, obviously not. Oh, I'm good. I didn't ask you if you were good. I'm
Mm.
asking you to pull in my driveway because I can control what happens. I can control what goes on over here. I can't control what goes on in front of his house. So if he
Mm.
comes out with the double barrel shotgun, guess what? Can't control it.
Yeah.
That's between you and him because I told you to pull in the driveway. I told you what to do. You literally parked in front of his house to walk across the street and bring me my stuff. Why? And half the time I got to get my ID. You got to card me because I'm always buying some age restricted items.
Mm.
Pull in the driveway. Follow instructions.
It ain't that hard.
That's so easy.
It ain't. It's just people just and I'm the kind of person. If I try to do everything in my power possibly, I'm going to reference you to the manager. You don't have to go get the manager. Well, apparently everything I've done, I've exhausted all my avenues of problem solving. So therefore, I'm gonna let this manager handle it. So I just
Oh God, I used to hate that too because I want to speak to your manager.
what's happening, baby? Looking at him.
I am the front end manager.
Mhm.
What are you talking about? Oh well, uh, uh, uh.
Yeah. What's wrong with you? Yeah.
I got your tongue. What's wrong now? Oh, you wanted Karen or Nikki? Yeah, yeah. What happened?
Yeah. That's not gonna
Hi.
happen.
Now you got
Yeah.
Nikki.
Yeah. We're here now. Yeah, we're here now. You want to go and wrap this thing up?
I mean, I guess we could. I was gonna go back into the love doctor, but we could talk about that time.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that another time because I've still got to do laundry and cook dinner, and I've got none of that done. None of it
What you
done.
cooking? I'm being nosy now.
I got a pork tenderloin,
Hmm?
honey glazed pork tenderloin. I'm gonna make some Brussels sprouts and
Hmm?
white rice.
Okay. Let's say
Yeah,
snap, snap, snap.
yeah. I gotta give me some meat here in a little bit. So
I
we're
ain't
gonna.
pulled out nothing.
Yeah, I wouldn't got it the other day because I was like I said, I had an idea of what I want to do, but then shit get crazy. But all right,
Okay.
all right, you ready to go ahead and wrap this thing up?
Let's wrap it on up.
All right. Well, we didn't have a regularly scheduled itinerary here today. We were a little all over the place, but I'm pretty sure y'all enjoyed it. And I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure, yeah, y'all, I always enjoy when we gather here on our virtual porch. And with that being said, we want to thank you for listening to Porch
Yes.
Perspectives. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, if that's the podcast. And also, you can listen to us every Monday on WDRBmedia.com, the voice of the community, every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. If you want to send us an email, because guess what? One day we just might have a section where our listeners can send us email to us. And Miss Nikki Red, can you please give the listeners the email address? I don't want to butcher it.
Yes, let me put my announcer voice on. Yes.
Okay.
Porch Perspectives can be reached at porchperspectives@gmail.com. That email address is going to be spelled out as PorchPursePectives@gmail.com.
Porch Perspectives. Once again, please continue to rate, review, subscribe, share the shorts, watch the episodes. Just continue to show love, and we are always grateful for it. And once again, my name is Eddie Cool. This
And
is
I'm
Nikki
your girl,
Red.
Nikki Red.
And in closing, do something nice for yourself. And if you can, do something nice for someone else. They're greatly appreciated now more than ever. Be a blessing, not a burden. And thanks for kicking us with us right here on the porch. It's been another episode of the Porch Perspectives.